Hello YouTube once again, and the subject of our video, as you see here, is MacBook Pro. This is actually the 13-inch MacBook Pro. It's basically the base model of the MacBook Pro. This is, I believe it's the same price as the MacBook, which is more portable, and I would like that better, but it doesn't have another USB port. This is the laptop which I'm going to be taking to college, as well as do, I guess, edit YouTube videos, which is not really much of a thing right now. But just going over the box, it says some basic stuff about it. It has a 13.3-inch screen, high resolution, 2560 by 1600. It has a Core i5 which is actually still a dual core. So there's that. 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes SSD. It's fast, but it's small. It has, of course, 2 USB-C ports and a headphone jack. That's all you get. This is not the one with the little touch bar thing. It has fast wireless. It has pre-installed macOS. It better have, and it meets Energy Star requirements, as this is powered by USB. So I've actually been having this sitting in a box for a long time, like 5 days now. So let's open it. If I even can do that. Maybe some assistance from some scissors would help. Wow. I don't really know how to open boxes. This is very tough. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So it's covered in plastic wrap, which we can just take off, revealing a nice cardboard box on the interior of the computer. So let's lift this up and actually see what's inside. The battery's probably dead now, but we'll charge it. So with a puff of air it comes up. As you can see, I guess most Apple products have these, a little tab. It can come up, and it reveals the back of the computer. So it slides out. Here's just a little plastic wrap thingy. Not sure why they really use these, but there you go. So let's set this aside. You do not have MagSafe anymore. You have this. Just a USB-C to USB-C cable. I know you can get the adapters to make it a magnetic connector, and it is one of these, I guess, unibody USB-C connectors, so it actually should be pretty strong. And it's also decently long, but this cable's kind of stiff, so I guess all power cables are kind of like that. But the ones for like my laptops aren't. But I guess if it's a Mac. Here's the manuals. You get Apple stickers, so you could put it on something, or you could just save it. No one's gonna read that. This is mildly amusing until you realize you have a $1,000 computer that you could play with instead. So let's do that. Making sure to put everything carefully back in the box. And wow, even the power box has a little plastic thing too. So it's basically just a big power brick. It provides 61 watts. It outputs 20 volts, so I didn't know you could put that on a USB-C port. And of course you have one of these power adapter things. I think you can get a cable to put it in here. This computer doesn't appear to have one of those cable extensions, which I guess is fine since you could extend it from the USB-C side. If you get a MacBook or a computer like this, especially any Apple products, make sure to keep the boxes in case you want to sell it later. I don't know if this is charged. It's been sitting around for probably weeks at this point. So we might have to plug it in. But I want to see what the battery level is before we do that. First impression looking at this, wow, this is a massive, massive trackpad. It's like very large. It's basically, there's as much trackpad space as there is not trackpad space, if that makes any sense. And of course here as for Siri, this is something that I guess the Macs have now. My Mac Mini has it too, but I don't really use it. It doesn't really have a microphone except for obviously this webcam. And here we are now. We're at the desktop. Fast as that. Oh, let's check out our battery. It's gonna show percentage. 16%. So, as expected, this computer has a low battery. So let's try out the charger. I've never actually used a USB-C port before, so I know this is kind of stupid, but so you can do it like that. It actually clicks in really solid. Maybe a little too solid. And of course you can flip it around like that. Of course we're in the future now, that's what you can do. So if you want something boring to see, just watch this. Still a power brick. Obviously that's a problem it causes. I mean, you could do it like this. But how's that? And it drips down. I would much prefer that it would just have a cable like that, like the older MacBooks used to have. And as we discussed before, 2 USB-C ports and a headphone jack, which you can't see. Wonderful. I guess let's set it on the box and plug it in. Let's do a little bit of exploration. Yeah, get used to this trackpad a little bit. I don't really know how the gestures. Oh, there we go. But we only have one page, so that's something we can have. The escape key is pretty big actually, because I'm going to use this computer for about a month, and then I'll get back and record a video which is actually a proper review of this.